Hello everybody, my name is Edson and welcome back to a brand new PUBG video. This one I'm going to talk about something that I mentioned in one of the videos of 10 reasons or 10 things that I think PUBG should have in its game or get implemented into the game. Things that we don't know are going to come but sort of hoping for, that especially I'm hoping for anyway. And one of the things was a shooting range, target range, practice range. You see me landing at the actual shooting range in the map. Right now, luckily I do survive. I kill off a couple of people. One guy runs at me with like a crossbow, and the other one runs at me with a fist. So it wasn't really much of a challenge, but I'll take it nonetheless. And then I just mess around at the target range for a bit. Funnily enough, and I'll show at the end of once I've finished talking here, I'll like skip forward and show each kill. But I actually end up finishing second in this game and almost win it. And weirdly enough, the final kill, I actually did see the person on my screen, but I only saw him after I went back and watched it. When I was playing, I swore I didn't see him, but he was on my screen. Anyway, so that's just an interesting fact. I do this quite often. Like I go onto a game and knowing that I need some background footage for talking about PUBG, and I end up like winning or doing really well. So yeah. Enjoy the gameplay whenever it finishes, whenever I finish talking about it. But this game definitely needs a practice range and a shooting range. One of the things that I was hoping that I was going to pick up when I dropped here was the crossbow, and this is one of the reasons I specifically thought that a practice/target range was needed in this game, and that is that the crossbow's in the game. Like the crossbow is such a powerful weapon. That if you can aim with it and you can actually hit shots, you can down someone in 2 hits, and they have no idea where it comes from. Before they even realize, they are down. Like, and if someone doesn't have a helmet and you get a headshot, it's insta down. Like, it's a very powerful weapon, but nobody uses it because they can't practice with it. And I genuinely feel like you just need a practice range, a target range, and there's many ways that they can do. They need basically a place with unlimited ammo on every gun. Every gun you can pick up, every scope, every attachment, all of this, and you can just mess around with the guns. You're at this like target range. There's targets that are like 50 feet away, 100 feet, 200 feet, 300 feet, 400 feet, like. The distances away, there's different mounds, there's different things. So like targets like move across while jogging, there's targets that move across while running, there's targets that are running and jumping across, sort of thing. And you need to have sort of like hit registration so you know when you hit them and where you hit them and stuff like that, and how much damage you dealt. And there can be like little mounds where things pop up and out. So you have to sort of like have a very quick aim. You have to try and snap onto targets and stuff like that. There's so many different ways that a target range, a practice range can be added into this game, and it would create eventually a more variety or a more varied style of gameplay, because all of these unique and weird weapons would be used. And also, when people get crate drops, they won't throw away the Tommy gun if they've had chance to use it at close range to practice and stuff like that. Like this. So for me, if I get the Tommy gun or the M249, the two sort of like machine guns in the crates, I don't take them. I'll take the ammo for the M249. I'll take the, normally I'll probably, if I haven't got, because my gameplay is I pick up an AR and I leave my second slot open. That's more so that I can get a sniper later on, and I don't have to mess around with switching attachments and stuff like that. And also, if I find a crate and it's terrible, I can pick up the gun and then just drop it later on so nobody else gets it, you know? Because somebody else could be really good with the Groza, could be really good with the machine, like the M249, or could be really good with the Tommy gun, and I'm enabling them to get that where I could have just picked it up and dropped it in a field randomly. So yeah, that's how I play right now. But if I had chance to mess around with the Groza, if I had chance to mess around with the Tommy gun, the M249, I may actually pick them up and use them. Same with the crossbow. I may go with the crossbow until I get a sniper, because you can add a 4x on a crossbow, I think. I think they're 4x. You can't add an 8, but you can add a 4x, I think. And I may run with a crossbow until I would obviously switch it out for like a bolt action sniper or something. But I may run with a crossbow if I just had a bit of time to practice with it and I understood how it worked, how the arrow drop worked, and everything like that. And it's just, this game needs that, because like I said, then people will start using the crossbow. If they start messing around with it, they'll start picking up the weird and wonderful snipers that they can't use, like the SKS. Nobody can use that. Well, not nobody. I can't use that. A lot of my friends can't use it. If we see it, we normally just leave it. If you see a sniper in a video game like this, you shouldn't be dropping. You shouldn't be going, nah, I'll pass. I'd rather go with my assault rifle, because that's something I can actually use, because I've actually had time to use that. Like, and I can understand why people wouldn't pick the SKS up, because it is a very difficult sniper to get used to. It's got huge trade-offs because it's a semi-automatic sniper rifle. It's got massive recoil. The bullet travel speed or the velocity of the bullets seems extremely slow. Obviously, compared to other snipers, it is extremely slow. But that's the trade-off you have for being able to pop shots off super quick, compared to like bolt-action sniper rifles, which are super accurate, really easy to get grips off and understand, and can just knock people straight away if you're hitting your headshots. So that in itself should be enough to sort of show that this game needs a target range. It needs a practice range, a shooting range, and just a practice area that has various different things that happens, that like I say, like people just running across the screen that are like computer generated, and various stuff like that. Like, that is something this game needs, because then people will pick up the SKS. There'll be more people running with really varied sort of setups and stuff like that. And that's surely what this game wants. You want people to be getting kills with a crossbow. You want people to be using the least popular sniper to get kills. You want people to mess around with all of that stuff and try out different attachments and all of this. Like, that is part of the beauty of this game, and a lot of people don't pick up stuff and just go with what they're used to just because they can't practice with it. And obviously you could just pick up the crossbow in every single game that you play, and as soon as you get the crossbow, never use anything else, and you would get practice using it that way. But it's not the same as just trying to understand the weapon and then being able to then implement that in the game. And I don't think it's like an advantage or disadvantage to anyone. I just feel like it's something that should be added to the game, you know? Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I'm going to, from now on, I've just been messing around in the target range, as you guys can see on the screen. I'm just going to do a little highlights thing and probably show like the next 2 minutes of just raw gameplay, because I almost win and I turn on a couple of people, get a few good kills, and yeah, I think it's worth a watch. So yeah, enjoy the rest of the game. It'll only be like a couple of minutes. It'll just be like a highlights type thing, and you'll see. I'll slow it down and I'll show you guys where I see the guy, and replay it or something, so you guys can see how I actually missed him. I don't know how I missed him. Like, watching it back, if I was specking myself like in like a duo or something, I'd have been screaming like, "You saw him on your left! You saw him on your left! You saw him on your left!" And not spoiling anything, but like I said, I do finish second, almost win the game. But yeah, it was a fun game, so enjoy.